Alright, welcome back. This is MDawg, and we are going to get things set up here. Hopefully, just get a little bit of fishing in today. First thing I wanted to do was check out pearl barley for Bleak here at Belaya. So let's just get 2 rods set up. We do want to go with size 24 hooks, and we're going to go to 7158. Want to use our free bait, in other words the one that we can craft almost free bait, which is pearl barley. See what kind of bite rate we get. We're going to use 2. Let's just make sure our line size is okay here. No point going 1.3. I don't think they're that particular. Of course we want to go very shallow, so we'll start off that. So once it gets to be evening, though, I do think we're going to finally go to winding, see if the white bream are still active. 7158, which is right here. See if the white bream are still active is what we want to do. So it's going to go left to right here, right? Don't actually know how far to cast out. This is a slightly different spot than I'm used to, but it's always or often in this general area. Actually, maybe I don't want to cast it too far out there. See where the fish are biting at. So we're just hoping to catch a few bleak here before moving on to winding. I need to remember though, we need to still try to do a little bit of shopping, see if we can get cream dip, and we also need to buy some size 6 carp hooks for the white bream. So, all right, first fish is in fact a bleak. Looks like our depth is messed up a little bit, so let's adjust that. Yeah, look at this. It's gonna be great. Hopefully this will be great. All right, so it looks like we don't actually need to have it that far out. And we don't probably need to cast backwards too much. Looks like it's right here at our feet where the bites are gonna happen. I'm gonna try to start my coffee real quick, but a little challenging with float fishing. Right. Yeah, we're getting nice bite rate. Of course, it won't last too long because of the end of the day, but this looks good. So let's keep it going. I'll worry about coffee in a minute. Okay. Oh. So as always, if you're going for a cafe order, you're trying to trophy it, or for higher level players, this seems like an amazing spot if you're going for bait fish. Turn bleak into bait so you can go fish for other stuff. All of those objectives, it seems like it's really going to be a nice spot. Now that first line has drifted farther than it typically does. Let's see if they're still active that far down, or if we need to reset it. All right, still got something down there. Oh yeah, 100-gram bleak. It's hard to do this. It's hard to get in the habit of this, but it almost seems like we need to maybe cast west, but maybe cast just north of west, actually. That one's just too far out there. Not going to be much line available, much slack. Yeah, we have quickly gotten so many bleak. Now, haven't checked the cafe. There may not be a bleak order in the cafe right now, but either way, we level up some float fishing and earn a few silver. Maybe we earn enough to pay for those, at least one of those carp hooks we're about to have to buy. Man, so good. And I just really like that it's on pearl barley is doing this well. We're not even forced to buy flies for this. It's common roach out of nowhere. We'll take it. All right, it is that time where you expect the bites to start slowing down a little bit. That's still a very nice one though. I guess we'll go a couple more minutes, and then we'll go try to figure out if white bream are still active. The downside, it's fun to go for white bream, and it's good to know how to go for white bream for the sake of challenges or other situations, but white bream does not always feel like I don't know, they're not that lucrative silver or XP. It's more of a fun thing. I guess if you had a cafe order, it might be a little more justified, but I just want to see if they're still active at winding at this spot from last week. Ouch. All right, let's go see what the damage was. So that's 7 minutes of fishing. It's hard to compete with like Bleak, Dace at this level. You know, it's pretty good. All right, nothing on cafe, although there is a Bleak, and we would have eventually gotten there on the roach. Oh, sorry, there is a Bleak. Never mind. This is perfect. Sorry, I meant to say there is a Dace, but look at this. 20.9, so that's 20 silver. We also know where Dace are. I mean, this would not be impossible. We'd have to wait till morning, though. So what do we say? 20 plus another 61. I mean, that is 7 minutes for 80 something silver. That is unreal. I mean, it is hard to compete with that. All right, let's see how this goes. I don't know that we'll come back for the Dace, but you never know. We know that there's a place where Dace are possible, but why are we at Old Burg? We're at Old Burg because this is the last stop of all the places that we can go right now to check and see if they have out of stock everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Which is frustrating. Weird to me that size 6 hooks are also sold out. At least the cheaper one. I'm going to go ahead and get 2 of them, even though we probably could have gotten those cheaper somewhere else. That's fine, though. So are there any dips? That one is all sold out. We want cream dip, but we have cocoa nectar. Look at this. Almost everything. Nothing is in stock here at Old Burg. It feels like the whole game just needs a restock in all of the lower level places. I'm gonna get milk cream. It's probably closest. Not because it's milk, but it's at least got cream in it. Okay. So we're going for tuna. No, sorry. Comma comfort, comma comfort. And we're gonna be setting it up like this. Let's just make sure that we're good on caramel, cream brulee, cream dip. So this is what we're gonna try. We're gonna do 2 of these setups, I think. The reason why I only got 2 of them, 2 of those hooks, is because in the 3rd setup, I actually think I want to try do we throw some kind of ground bait in there? Like our cheap bream mix? Maybe. But I want to try, just going to put red worm in there. Still pretty big hook. Do we want to go 6? Oh, that's real big. Let's go 9 and just throw red worm. This is on the third line. I think that makes sense. For white bream, we probably want to go 14 gram on all of them. Okay. And then let me see if I can figure out the location. At 114, 108, clip 10. 114, 108. I guess we can just make sure that oh, white bream order, plenty of time. Make sure that they don't have it here. I don't think they do. I think we've checked multiple times actually. They do not have it. And is this where we got the Old Pal sweet cream? It's 14, right? I'm thinking about what we did at Mosquito. Sweet cream and must have been cocos and cream. No, sweet caramel maybe. I think that's what it was. So that's 50 of those sweet cream. I don't know, kind of like catching those Crucian Gibble trophies too, if that spot's still working. All right, 114, 108, let's go check it out. We'll see if this spot's still working at all. 114, 108, which is kind of on this back side of the river. I am gonna fix my coffee. Once I get lines in, I'll probably pause it and then I'll fix my coffee and be right back. 114, 108. Clip 10. So it's, I guess, right here. Let's see what the picture looks like. Yeah, it's just like in these reeds, basically. And flipped in. Okay. So we're just kind of aiming right over here. Let's see what, if anything, is still here. Now, of course, as of like a couple years ago, white bream got reworked a little bit. They technically, you can sometimes do a lot better on white bream fishing float for them. But let's see how this goes. All right, let me get some coffee. I'll be right back. All right, so let's see here. Sorry about that long time away. First fish is a wide-eye bream. So far it is definitely slow, as you have seen. Well, it's a good thing we put the red worm out here or we wouldn't have caught anything so far. Oh, and that is a white bream. So that's what we're going for. There's 35.5. I will say red worm probably is just worth having out, especially if there's different species here. But why people use these is more if they're trying to trophy something. These white breams, sometimes you're more likely to catch a trophy when you're using boilies. I'm sitting here thinking about this, and I'm thinking I probably should not have this milk cream dip on both lines in case that is like non-appetizing to the white bream. So we'll see. Really got me thinking about going back and trying to see how active the Dace seem at Belaya though after we do some of the overnight or early morning here on these white bream. People have definitely been catching Dace. Castor and maggot are often what they're using. And yeah, it's kind of like what we did, I think it was 2 episodes ago. Maybe 18 hook or so, 18 to 20 hook. A regular bream. Well, we know the white bream are still here. Are they actually still active enough to justify? I don't know. I am using size 8 boilies, right? Yes, okay. Good, good, good. Okay, so if we're gonna try, I don't know if we will, but if we are gonna try, we go 18 castor maybe, and then maybe 20 maggot. See if we can find any Dace at Belaya. We'll see. Could be fun for just, especially if this white bream spot is this slow for the whole experience. It might be nice. I think it'd be so fun if we hit just like this monstrous big white bream on red worm when we've got these like specific boilies in the water trying to find them. You know, so far we actually have 0 fish caught on the boilies. It's hard not to blame the dip, but I don't know that that's the case. It may just be really slow. If you do get one, there's a better chance of being a trophy, but you're not going to catch them quickly. It's almost 4 a.m. Like I don't think we want to stay much past. We're going to try those, probably like leave here at 7 and run up to the day spot and just see what we can do. Thank you, Redworm, for allowing us to catch something. Okay, we're getting a nibble on the red worm again, but there's just nothing on these boilies. So I think we're going to actually rush to Belaya and just see if we can do anything. So we want to go 1, 2, and then I think I do want to cast a feeder out though. Just see if we can find a Dace bite. I think it's out here. Isn't this still the spot where we're kind of looking at 6629? Yeah. Alright, so let's just do like maybe 15. We'll go a sinker instead of... We're getting short on casters, aren't we? Alright, 15-meter clip. I mean, yeah, something like this. I'm just curious. Sometimes, even if it'll be slow, we might see a bite on feeder, even as we're trying to, well, let's see. Depth-wise, let's do 25. And maybe 30? Alright. Now let's see if we can find a Dace. Ooh. Okay. Well. Nice and quick. Yeah, if you were interested at all in bolo fishing, this is one of those rare moments where it actually would be nice to be able to cast a little farther and allow it to, you know, actually be able to clip it and allow it to drift with the current. That's just a bream that we caught on bottom. We really need different setups how to do this. The best reports I've seen from people that are doing this are from higher level players who are using... By the way, that's scary. It would not have taken much for that chub to kind of wreck us there. Higher level players that are able to use sandwich bait, either double caster or caster maggot. Also fishing with either like bolo or match rods probably makes a difference there. So what did we have on 20? We'll just go do a couple more minutes of our bleak fishing. This was by far the best thing we did in this episode. Let's see how it is in the morning. Something like 9 clip maybe. Twenty-four hook pearl barley. Depth at 18. Now, on the feeder, pearl barley might mostly catch roach in this spot, but it's nice to have a feeder rod every once in a while, just to have a chance at still leveling that up, even though mostly what we're doing here obviously is float fishing. I actually think we have 3 fish on at the same time here. 1 bleak. 2. And a roach. Oh shoot. Can't believe we got to it in time. It's just about as good a bleak spot as I've seen, at least in a long time. The size is so consistent. Now, I guess if you fished it like all day during the, not quite as good parts of the day, you might have a little bit higher percentage of the smaller ones, but so many of the ones we're pulling out are these big bleak. So good. Messed up that one. All right, I'm not going to go much longer, so let's just pull the feeder out and try to focus on getting a couple more bleak here before we wrap it up. So there's another small one. We've had a couple small ones as it's getting closer to noon. Maybe that will... Well, this is a decent one. 89 grams. So I think we might have talked about this at the very beginning of this series. Someone pointed it out that it had been helpful for them, but if you haven't been sort of paying close attention, in case it's helpful for you, notice the way that I tend to float fish is, especially you can see it with bleak and stuff like this, that really they don't nibble that long. But when you've got it nibbling, I just give it the most gentle pull that I can to set the hook like that. And then once the hook's set, then I pull it out of the water. I do it a lot faster. I was trying to do it slow there so you could really see it. But and then the one nice thing about that is if the hook doesn't set, if the hook just comes out of the fish's mouth, then you just can set it back down and let the float continue to sit or drift in the spot that it's at. But again, it works for me. I don't know that everyone does it that way. Some people may just always full pull as soon as they think the fish is on. And I don't technically know if what I do makes that much of a difference. It just always seems to work so much better for me. I think I miss less fish compared to when I have tried to do it in another way. So it works for me. And at this point, it's definitely muscle memory or just habit. What are we at now on float fishing? 25%. Pretty cool. Sure pulled that right out of the fish's mouth. Just nice bleak after nice bleak, huh? It would not be a bad idea to just farm this spot as much as you can right now if you're pretty low level. Especially if you've been leveling up your bait harvesting and have, you know, unlimited access basically to pearl barley. So many quick bleak. So what was that? Exactly another 7 minutes of bleak fishing. Not another bleak order, but that's okay. And we did not get on the Dace. If I had kept the other roach, we'd only been one roach off at this point, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. That's not as lucrative anyway. Another 81 silver. What about just for this? 8 minutes now. 7 minutes of bleak fishing. 57 this time. So you see the 350 gram white bream? That one's going for 3.85. So, you know, kind of think about how long it takes to get that white bream, right? You'd have to be very patient to catch 3 or 4 white bream this size. And we're pulling out bleak that are worth more than that white bream just left and right. That's just amazing. Okay, well, that will do it. So we're over halfway to level 16. 16 does bring some new options to the table, but we're nowhere near having the gear to take advantage of going to quarry. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to even predict. Who knows how much longer. My original thought was, oh, we'll do an episode here or there on this leveling guide until the New Year's Fair comes out and all that, which that's probably a week from now. So that, you know, we might get a few more episodes in between now and then. I suspect that the limited time I have, all, you know, between streaming and then just trying to do a little stuff here, most of my energy at that point will switch over to trying to just stream and make videos about the challenges that come with Christmas and all that. So, but we'll see how it goes. As always, thanks for watching. Tight lines, and I'll see you next time.